Hello and thanks for checking out TheChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Hey guys, James of the Chart Guys. It's Thursday, August 16th. Gonna do my nightly video on gold. So gold, today's candle, bulls really buying this dip, trying to hold this as the new temporary low here. And this is probably one of the biggest bounces we've had in gold on the daily as far as percentage gains in quite a while. So it's something to keep an eye on here. This could be the temporary bottom end. What I'd like to see here is some conviction by the bulls here, and to break today's high resistance of 1189 and close above it. I'd like a close well above it, potentially back testing the 8 EMA here, which is at 1196.90, and I want it with decent volume. I don't want to see it on thin volume. I want to see a strong green candle here to have some faith in the bulls for at least a temporary bounce here on the daily with oversold conditions tomorrow with a follow through of the break of today's high of 1189. Looking at the 4 hour. The 4 hour at this point is just another oversold bounce. You can see these 4 hour oversold bounces have been really weak here. Weak bounce, pretty weak bounce there. Weak bounce here, a 4 hour oversold. So every time the RSI's dropped below 30, it's been pretty oversold. We are extremely oversold on this 4 hour RSI here, dropping close to the 10 RSI. And we are currently getting a bounce here. And so on the 4 hour, if you want something shorter than the daily, actually you could go to an hourly time frame if you'd like. What I want to see here on the hourly is we are currently getting a bullish reversal candle here on this consolidation pullback after this nice bounce attempt here. I want to see a break of this resistance candle 1189, which is again the high of today. That will be key for me. The Bollinger Bands are tightening here, so we could be in for a nice move here, especially if the price action is closer to the upper Bollinger Band on the hourly before it opens up and we can move to the upside here. And so we are currently back testing the hourly 20 MA, which is at 1184. Looking at the weekly, still very weak candle. Once we had that weekly bear break of the inside candle, the candle was with this candle's range was within the previous candle's range, and once it broke bears actually took control of this weekly candle and took gold. That's quite a big drop there from 1221.40 all the way down to 1167.10. So keep that in mind. And even on bounces right now, I'm just looking for some short to mid-term bounces, because this monthly chart is clearly now in favor of the bears. The monthly chart was forming higher lows, and once we broke the support here at 1238.30, bears have been in absolute full control here on this bearishness. GDXJ, note again the weakness of GDXJ compared to gold. So you saw gold have a nice bounce today with a nice dip buying, but you saw GDXJ still break to below yesterday's lows here, and so still showing me some weakness here on the miners. And so what miners need to do to prove themselves at this point to show me that it's not just another potential bear flag here like back here is they need to break this resistance here on GDXJ at 2818. Looking at the daily, a lot of work to do on the daily. On the daily, not even close to creating any support. What bulls are going to have to do is they're going to have to, on any bounce attempt, after they establish their new resistance, they're going to have to come back down on any pullback and establish a new higher low. And again, the daily is extremely oversold. The weekly's oversold at this point extremely, and it's stayed extremely oversold back here in 2013 too. So keep that in mind that it could stay oversold for quite a bit here based on this historical price action back here on GDXJ. JNUG chart obviously going to be the same. Looking at GDX, same deal. Weekly very weak. We're near the lows of the week. Very weak compared to the gold bounce. And so you have to note that weakness on the gold bounce, that the miners are still weak. And you know, markets were strong today, and generally when markets and gold go in the same direction, that's when miners have their great days, and we didn't see that today. So bear that in mind, that the miners have been showing a lot more weakness than gold. So same thing with GDX, the senior miners. What they're going to have to do to prove something to me is they're going to have to break this resistance here at 1895, or it just could be potentially another bear flag forming here on the 4-hour time frames. GDXJ, 4-hour time frames, bearish. Looking at the US dollar. So US dollar daily had a bearish reversal candle and was confirming at some point today, and this was a nice bounce by the US dollar bulls. And on any move up at this point still, temporarily I'll look for a lower high on the daily, potentially being in equilibrium, unless we break the low of today of 96.316, and then I'll look for further consolidation to the downside here on the US dollar. Looking at the weekly, still no signs of reversal on the weekly, as still strong, pretty strong bullish candle on the weekly. So US dollar still strong. Again, this monthly break of the double top resistance here by 0.001, 95.15, and then 95.149. Once we broke that double top here, it's been really nice for the bulls here, regaining potentially the 20 MA back on this monthly chart on the US dollar. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.